Okay, Coach, well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. 180. Bring it. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
54, Mike. I got it.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Albert Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get, and then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
King. Check. Lucky. Protein spill. Watch the twist. Got.
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 38-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 38, Mayfield. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it, it's seeing it coming towards it. Maybe that's why he ended up having to go one-handed, but boy, what a catch.
That was a spectacular one-handed grab. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, alert! Right there, 54, right there.
To throw, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He completes it to Wilson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does. And the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Garoppolo. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. From the gun, a run for Johnson. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here we go with Johnson. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Johnson kept out of the end zone on 4th down, and the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Garoppolo. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Levante David in on the tackle. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He gets this one to Johnson. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's out right at the 25. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
180. Nice, sweetheart. I got you.
First down, Mayfield. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, real. Come on. And 58 is the Mike.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, 133. 180. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. You run. 58 to Mike.
Play fake. Mayfield. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
First and 10.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorites.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. On second down, it's Johnson, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
13.
Again, it's Johnson. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one, a first down pickup of 8. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's just me and you.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here we go.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Let's go. You tighten up.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. But he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point. Let's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise.
And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd in Baltimore. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league.
And now here is another interception. It's Desmond Trufant, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Now Davis fumbles it, and this one will be brought back to the 22. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble long.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
61, match box, lights.
Got Mike 54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Up.
Fresno.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. A first down throw for Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Now Mayfield on fourth down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. On first and 10, Mayfield finds his man, Watson, over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. Mayfield now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Mayfield with it once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They go play action. Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 12. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Here now, Johnny Townsend as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay.
And that's caught inside the 30. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Scott Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Detroit, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.